Hey YouTube, I want to come up here and um, share my posts and my after symptoms of taking my anxiety medicine. I don't think I really ever came up here and spoke about my anxiety, but I suffered with anxiety for quite a few years, since 2011 to be exact. Um, my first experience, which is mainly like anybody, most people, well, my first experience was actually a panic attack. And I remember that day. It was actually, I want to say, the day after Christmas, back in 2011. Sorry if I talk weird, but I recently had a few teeth extracted, so I'm only a few days past the actual surgery. So I'm trying to talk, but so far it just doesn't feel right when I talk. Um, but uh, so when I had my first panic attack, I pretty much I went to the emergency room because I was just completely lost. Really, I mean, I never experienced any kind of thing um before that, even though I probably had symptoms of like anxiety before that. But that time, it was just completely different. I mean, anybody that has anxiety or panic attack disorders, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's just not something that you would wish on your worst enemy. So, again, I had a panic attack and I ended up getting like a prescription of Xanax at that time because that's what the emergency room ended up prescribing me. After that, it was just all new to me. Honestly, I was just lost. I was lost. I didn't know exactly what in the world was going on. I remember talking to one of my siblings and, just riding around and just telling me, yeah, I still have that symptom, and it was just really something that was just new to me. So, years later, I end up never really going to see anyone about it. And it's because, for one, I'm not a medicine kind of person. I'm more of um, I'm against medicines. So, after it happened, I didn't take any other medicine, honestly. I didn't even take the medicine that they even gave me. I tried it, and I didn't like the feeling. I did not like the feeling. That feeling was just horrible. Um, my daughter, my oldest daughter at the time, she was only 2 years old. Who who was gonna take care of my child? Me being on Xanax. Yeah. So I ended up just didn't even take that. And I thought my little one was about to call, try to come in. But what was I saying? So yeah, years later, I end up talking to my ex, and I was in a relationship. And yeah, you have life that goes on or whatever. But my anxiety never really came to a point where um it's hard to even say a comfortable stage, because where do you, where do you, it's either it's gone or it's here, right? So I still was dealing with anxiety, and I just ended up talking to my OB at the time. Actually, I spoke to my OB, and I don't know if my OB I just think he just wanted to really just like prescribe something to me, because the way that he was saying it, pretty much, life has its ups and downs, and we could all, we can use something that can just help us to get through the day or whatever. So, even though I did explain my symptoms, because I always found it awkward that my anxiety was spark right before my menstrual. Sorry for anybody that, you know, has a weak stomach, but yeah, it would, start right before my menstrual, and it was just weird, like why around that time? Anything like after or when it comes, I'm absolutely fine, and then a week or so after, I'm absolutely fine. But right before it actually comes, my anxiety sparks up. Find it awkward. So they started me on a medicine, and I honestly I did not want to take the medicine, because again I have never been that person to take medicine. Honestly, I have to be on my deathbed before I take some medicine. I mean, that's just how I am. I'm more of a natural healer on top of that. So over the years, I've learned a lot of different techniques to deal with the anxiety. And even though I have started taking medicine, I end up slowly but surely like weaning myself off of the medicine, because I didn't like the what was going on. I did it, and again, it just never really seemed to help what was really going on. So I have like different techniques that I do, and those techniques really does help. I drink certain herbs; those herbs does help. You gotta change a lot of things when you have anxiety. So again, over the years, I have learned to go about doing it differently. Um, but I spoke to another OB recently, and they went ahead and did a few blood tests, and today I'm actually gonna go in, because even though I've been weaning off of my medicine, I've been cutting them in half and everything, but he's actually gonna start me on Prozac. Now I've watched some videos on Prozac, but everybody experience is different, and this is why I want to compare and make my own video. That way my experience can be added, because everybody's experience is different. So anybody that gonna be starting Prozac, or want to know some information about Prozac, continue to watch my videos, because I'm gonna come up here at least once a week and just explain what symptoms I'm having. I know with any medicine, when you first start taking it, you go through a change, and it takes a little bit of time before you reach where you're completely stable. So you're gonna go through a change, and then you become stable. So that's something that I want to document for you guys, and let you guys know how it is, and what's the pros and cons of it. So I'm hoping that I can look back in a year from now and just say, I've come a long ways with taking the Prozac. I don't know if I mention. I don't even know if I mentioned the medicine, but the medicine that I was taking was actually Lexapro. And Lexapro just really wasn't something that was. I didn't need the Lexapro for what was going on with me. Like my OB explained to me, what I'm experiencing is PMS, And anxiety is part of the PMS. It's an imbalance in the brain, and the doctors just don't necessarily know what causes it in a certain percentage of women. So I myself, I do struggle with PMS. It's not the best thing in the world. I really it's just not. So it has limited a lot of things in my life. And, I've come to a understanding that, I'm not, I just won't do certain things because of the PMS. And when it strikes, it strikes. Um, if it has had some effects in my relationship, in my past relationship, and any kind of like difficult things that may go on in life may tamper with it. So again, I just want to look back in a year and be able to say, I've overcome a lot of things that I pretty much had doormat because of the PMS itself. So again, I'm just going to come up here every single week. I hope you guys do enjoy these videos. And if you would like to see more videos, just hit that like button, guys. And next week, I will come up here and let you guys know what happened with the visit and the blood work and, how I'm doing with my medicine. Alright, guys. So I'll see you guys next week. And again, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. I got to go.